Now this question says make A the subject of formula R equal to root of A over 3. Now this takes us to the topic I titled subject of formula, making subject of formula. Okay, now what do you mean by making subject of formula? It's actually putting a figure or a number that was not the main subject as the subject, making it the subject. Okay, for example, in this one that we're told to make, okay, for example, in V equal to IR, now the subject now is V. If you're asked to make R the subject, okay, we know it's a formula, so to make R the subject, we have to divide both sides by I. Okay, so we have V over I equal to IR over I. So when I cancels I, it will now be equal to R. So R is V over I. These are the simple types of subject of formula. Now for the one we're given that R equal to root of A over 3, and we're asked to make A the subject of formula. Now this looks like it's going to be a bit more complex than this simple one, but it's really not, because when you remove this root, you've already have solved the issue. Now to remove this root, we know that opposite of square root is squared. Okay, now if we say R squared is the same thing as square root of, no, rather R is the same thing as square root of R squared. Okay, so and square root is the same thing as, okay, if square root of R is the same thing as R raised to power 1 over 2. Okay, so that means R squared. Okay, if we want to cancel out if we want to make it R, we have to find the square root of it or multiply the index by 1 over 2. So what I'm just trying to say is, for us to be able to clear the square root, we have to square both sides. Okay, now squaring both sides, we have R squared equal to root of A over 3 all squared. Now this is the same thing as R squared equal to A over 3 raised to power 1 over 2, 1 over 2 representing the root, then times 2 according to laws of indices. When this cancels this, it becomes 1, so R squared will be equal to A over 3. Okay, to make two of them not to be fractions anymore, we'll multiply both sides by 3. So you have 3R squared equal to A over 3 times 3. Now 3 cancels 3, so you have A equal to 3R squared. You find out that we've simply made A the subject of formula. Now if we're asked to make 4R squared equal to 2pm over AQ, if we're asked to make A the subject of formula in this, it's still not complex. Okay, it's all about taking the equation for the one you want to make subject of formula to this side, and then opening it up and making it the subject of formula. For example, for this one, we'll have to multiply both sides by AQ. So for multiplying both sides by AQ, you have AQ 4R squared equal to 2pm. Now for A to be alone, we have to divide both sides by whatever coefficient A is having. So for this one, the coefficient is Q4R squared. Okay, so when we divide by this, we divide by this too, Q4R squared. Now when this cancels out this, you have your A to be 2pm over Q4R squared. It's basically being able to do everything you can do, okay, to make sure that the one you want as subject of formula is standing alone on this side. Okay, now if we have something like this, now x equal to 2x squared plus, or okay, plus 3y. Okay, or okay, x squared. I'm actually trying to formulate some questions. X squared equal to 2x squared plus 3y, and you're asked to make x subject of formula. Now we need to take this and bring it over to this side. Okay, now for you to do that, you subtract 2x squared from both sides. Okay, so that's x squared minus 2x squared equal to 2x squared minus 2x squared plus 3y. So this goes, you have x squared minus 2x squared equal to 3y. Okay, then we have to bring out x squared. We have to factorize this and make x squared to be to be outside the bracket rather. So x squared into this, you have x squared into this is 1 minus 2. Okay, or better still, I didn't really formulate the question well. 1 minus 2 x, this x squared minus 2x squared is negative x squared, so no need of even factorizing. Negative x squared equal to 3y. Okay, now we have to multiply both sides by minus 1 to have x squared equal to minus 3y. So x will now be square root of minus 3y. So you made x a subject of formula. You're just working on it per line, okay, to make sure you make that one that you want to make a subject of formula to stand alone on the left hand side. That's this for subject of formula.